In this video, we're going to explore the technical specifications of the Titan, which built by OceanGate. Now, the Titan is 6.7 meter tall, and it has a height of 2.8 meter. It also has a width of 2.5 meter. The Titan is built by OceanGate, which is a company that specializes in manned submersible technologies. OceanGate is known for its development and operation of submersible capable of exploring the depth of the ocean. The depth rating of the Titan is 4 kilometers, which is 4,000 meters. And the crew capacity of this submersible is one pilot and 4 other passengers. The construction of the OceanGate Titan is actually made from carbon fiber. So this section over here is made from carbon fiber. On the other hand, this part is made from titanium. And it also have the acrylic viewport, which is a type of plastic. It also has a sensor and an imaging sonar and an imaging system. Of course, the sonar is main purpose is to communicate between the Titan and the mother ship, in which it can in which it will make the Titan goes to the required direction to get to the location it needs to go. As in the ocean, GPS doesn't work, so it has to rely on coordinates given by the mothership. The Titan have the features of to maneuver itself using these thrusters. As can be seen here, it can go we have 2 on the like horizontal and 2 sub vertical, or kind of with an angle, that can maneuver the submersible using the famous control or the joystick, the gaming joystick. The pressure applied on the vessel is quite high. If we want to calculate it, we can see that on 0 depth we have a 1 atmospheric pressure. By reaching 50, we already have 6 times the atmospheric pressure that we have on the surface. And by having 1 kilometer, which is 1,000 meters, we already have about 100 times the atmospheric pressure. And in our case, that most likely the implosion happened in 3,200 we already have 310 times the atmospheric pressure. So you can understand how hard and harsh the conditions of the Titan. The Titan has several safety systems. One of them is having an oxygen supply that can last for 4 days, for exactly 96 hours, or about 96 hours, to have the vessel have a 50% oxygen inside of it. On the other hand, it has in order to get to the ascending methods, it has it can lower its weight by, of course, the first thing is by the balance tank, to empty the balance tank from water to get to the surface. It also has the possibility of throwing a sandbags, which is, can reduce the weight of the vessel, and then it will get up again. Also, it can also drop the legs of the actual vessel, and it has also built-in air balloon. On the other hand, as we can see here, it can also, for shorter distances, it can get up using these jets. However, as you can see, it will require the battery power. Finally, it has a smart system in which it, after specific duration of diving, it will initiate the measure of ascending up to the surface. So even if the people or the crew is unconscious, it can also ascend to the surface. The reason the Titan failed is mainly because of implosion. Implosion is the opposite of explosion, in which the body will tear itself apart from having a high pressure inside the body and a lower pressure outside the body. Implosion, you will have a high pressure outside the body and a lower pressure inside the body. Although this vessel is pressurized inside its body in order to reduce the stress on the walls of this vessel, even though it did fail because of implosion, in which the higher pressure caused a failure in the structure, for that it got imploded. Now this is very tricky, because usually or in this vessel you can see that it is made of titanium from this side, and a carbon fiber in this big part of it. So the carbon fiber, there are many ways to predict the failure. However, we can run finite element analysis to predict the performance of such structure. However, these usual methods are for carbon fiber it's much more tricky and much more harder to predict the SN curve, which is the curve that relates the structure strength of the material with the cycles that this material will go into. So in this case, we have a very high pressure applied on the vessel, and it have a cyclic pattern in which we are compressing and decompressing the vessel. For that, it caused us a failure. What happened to the Titan is quite tragic. The Titan represents a dream for humanity to explore the deeps of the ocean, and the use of new technologies and even carbon fiber for its to build it up is also an interesting and challenging option. What we can say is we hope the approach of building this vessel was more careful, and the tragedy would just never happen, and one day we could all go to the depth of the ocean.